was Ghana?
Oh, it was great.
Yes.
I really enjoyed my time here.
Yes.
Beautiful weather,
Uh-huh.
good people, good food.
Wow, that is so nice.
Yeah. So
Yes.
it was real nice.
That's good. And what's going on in Ghana these days?
Well, they're progressing.
Oh yes,
Yes.
because they used to be they were colonized by Europe. Yes,
They're British.
by
Yes.
the British. Yes, just like Jamaica.
Yeah. You from Jamaica?
I'm from Jamaica. Yes.
Okay, cool. We got a lot of Jamaicans in Ghana, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
Really? What are they doing in Ghana? What's going on there? What I didn't know
Well,
that.
you know, there's a lot of Black Americans there too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they ended up there when they were part of the African for African talk and stuff.
Right. And they have a lot of businesses there too.
Okay. How long have you been here? How long have you been living in the U.S.?
Who, me?
Yes.
Oh, 50 years.
Oh, wow. That is a long time.
Yes. I came here when I was a kid.
Wow. Oh my God. You came here in
73.
Yeah, 73. Wow. Even before I was born.
Yes.
What was life? You were, and how old are you now, if you don't mind me asking?
What was your question?
You must have seen life, the changes, the progression of life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember years ago, working, it was $2 an hour.
Oh.
And you were doing good, you know?
Yes. $2 could do a lot.
Yes, $2 an hour.
Yes.
That wasn't bad.
Oh, wow. Yes, I understand what you mean.
Yep, today is totally different.
Yes. Welcome to another episode of the Neoliberal podcast. That was just David, an old University of Penn alumni from Ghana. This episode is entitled My Drive with David, an old University of Penn alumni from Ghana. You see, I had a drive some time ago with David, who is originally from Ghana and attended the University of Pennsylvania in the early 2000s. He has been living in the US since 1973, since he was a boy. He talked briefly about the experience of being the only black student in classes back then, and how he was seen as provocative or a provocateur as he challenged the material and his professors. He reminisced about the days when $2 per hour was enough. He reported that Ghana was progressing since their independence from the Brits, and that many Jamaicans and African Americans who live here, many African Americans currently reside and have business in Ghana. We also talked about the difficulty that many black academics and professionals from Ivy League schools or with advanced degrees have in terms of accessing jobs or navigating the professional and career world. We raised the question why it seems that very educated black men experience discrimination even within predominantly black industries and workplaces. I shared a personal story of the difficulties I had working in New York as a junior executive within a predominantly white Jewish environment, and later being turned down by a social service agency in Philadelphia because the hiring manager thought I was too educated and shouldn't be applying there. And of course, that wasn't Jewish, that was a predominantly black industry. Now, I learned that they don't even care to review or interview these individuals, as the attitude is to indicate no response on their applications. We then discussed the issue of violence and a recent article I wrote entitled "What Will End Violence?" available in the Neoliberal Journals of the Neoliberal Corporation Moral Magazine website at https://theneoliberal.com. We have a poll question and a discussion question that you can participate in that's associated with this podcast. The poll is available via our Spotify platform, and we'll have it, and we will do one for LinkedIn, Reddit, and on Twitter. The poll question is this: in what year did Ghana become a republic? A. Is it 1957? B. Is it 1958? C. Is it 1960? Or D. Is it 1854? Again, in what year did Ghana become a republic? 1957, 1958, 1960, or 1874? And this is the second question. This is not a poll question. This is a free question. The question is, what is affecting black graduates from Ivy League colleges in accessing certain jobs and working in particular areas? Again, what is affecting black graduates from Ivy League colleges in accessing certain jobs and working in particular areas? So you can participate by going on the Spotify platform community page, or you can go to our Twitter platform, Renaldo McKenzie, or LinkedIn. We will put one up there shortly, Reverend Renaldo McKenzie, Reverend Renaldo C McKenzie, I believe it is. And also it will be available in Reddit. We will do one shortly. Just so you know, we're going to continue with the discussion I have with the drive I had with David, talking about several different issues. This podcast episode is available on Anchor.fm, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, The Audible, Amazon Alexa, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Podvine, P-Adverb, Radio Public, Pocket Casts, Stitcher, and RenaldoCMcKenzie.com, and also theneoliberal.com. Subscribe for free on any stream and donate to us at anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. This podcast is created and hosted by Renaldo McKenzie, yours truly, author of Neoliberalism, Globalization, Income Inequality, Poverty and Resistance, Adjunct Professor at the Jamaica Theological Seminary, and Doctoral student at Georgetown University School of Continuing Studies. Renaldo is working on several book projects and journals, including Neoliberal Globalization Reconsidered, an academic textbook, and Reimagining Peoples within Critical Race Theory, not thinking race, but moving away from a victim approach to a hero approach. And of course, the final project, the Caribbean Thought Journal of Lectures, towards developing a Caribbean Thought academic journal. Visit us at theneoliberal.com. Telephone us at 267-317-9202. Email us at renaldocmckenzie@gmail.com, Renaldo McKenzie at iCloud.com, Renaldo.McKenzie at jts.edu.jm, or info@theneoliberal.com. Follow us on Twitter at Renaldo McKenzie or the Neoliberal Co. So on and so forth. Now let's get back to the exciting drive and conversation I was having with David, an old UPenn alumni from Ghana. He lives currently in Philadelphia. Here is the story. So I was saying you must have seen it all.
Yeah. Been here for a long time.
That's good.
Yeah. God is good. How long you been here?
I've been here
There's going to be the brands that are competition
since 2009.
What is it?
2009.
2009, okay.
2009. That's a long time, right?
Nah.
But not depending on who's talking.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2009 is relatively short time.
Yes, it is. It is a short time.
Well, that's good. That's good.
And I know, I think there is a Ghanaian president. That's a lot of Americans, a lot of people know he studied here.
Yeah.
I saw him in a video. I was watching a video about, about life and death. And he was in the video. I think he also pledged. He's a fraternity guy. A president of Ghana.
Yeah.
What's his? I can't remember his name.
Akufo-Addo.
Yes, that's the guy I was talking. I think he went to some school here. Well, a lot of them go to college here.
Yeah.
There's lots of software out there for hosts where you can collect the.
A lot of Jamaicans live in Upper Darby.
Yeah, yeah. I know a few people there.
I'm in school doing my doctorate.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, what school are you?
Well, right now I'm in between schools, doctoral programs. I'm at Georgetown right now, but I'm transferring to University of UPenn.
UPenn?
Yeah, I graduated from there. I have 2 masters from there, and then I'm at Georgetown. But Georgetown. Of where?
UPenn.
Oh my God! Oh wow! That is amazing.
Yeah.
So good stock we're talking about. Oh my! What did you? When you wanted? Okay, when you went to Penn, you must be one of the few. You must have been considered.
Yeah, a lot of time I was the only guy in there.
Yes. Were there any black people there?
That's what I'm trying to
I heard
say.
that one time they had a sit-in. Were you part of that group?
No.
W.E.B. Du Bois and stuff. But did you hear that they had a sit-in, the students?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was crazy. Yes, I went to Penn in 2010. That's how I ended up in Philadelphia.
Oh, okay.
And I stayed in Philadelphia.
Cool.
I love Philly. People like Walter Litt, Steven Steinberg, Philippe Bourgeois. I guess none of you. I guess those people are your youngsters. You would call them your youngsters, probably.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. A fellow Penn. I think they're having did they have some kind of homecoming recently? I think they did.
Yeah, I don't go to
What was it like? What was it like? How long ago you went to Penn? Like 20 years ago?
What's that? I finished in 2004.
Okay. Yes, that's a long time.
So I was here in 2000.
Yeah. Very few not many African Americans there. But that's nice. That's powerful. Okay, that's good. What was your experience like? What happened when you got done? What did you do?
Well, like I said, most of the time I was the only black guy in the class.
Yeah.
But you know what? I had a good experience.
Yeah.
You know, I was more, I don't know. Most of my classes, I was challenging a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
That I guess I do a lot of that too. Maybe because of because we are post-colonial subjects.
Yeah.
You know, and I read Franz Fanon, Homi Baba, V.S. Naipaul, people like that. But you know, I'm from Jamaica. And when I came here and I'm like, I started to study society and then experiences, and I'm like, wow. You know, you are woken, you're woken. I mean, some things, you know, but when I come here, it's just like, I just discover a lot more things.
Yes.
The bureaucracy.
Right.
I now understand people like Michael Manley. Like I was never a fan of Michael Manley and the socialist movement in Jamaica. But now I know why. You know, when you, you know, I guess you see the bureaucracy. Like, say, for example, they had independence and globalization.
Yeah.
But that never benefited us. But then you see the corruption back in your own country because they made deals with people.
Yeah.
And they make big houses and they go travel to Paris and Miami and stuff. But yeah, so people who are, we are thinkers, so we see the BS in society.
Right, exactly.
And so we, and then they call you disruptors. They call me disruptors. Anarchists, radicals.
Radical, yeah.
Yeah, they, you know?
Yeah.
Crazy. Like one of the books, I wrote a book on globalization.
Oh, really?
Yes, and I'm writing another book, and I do a lot of writing. I write on academia.edu.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot of writing. I write, and I teach a class. I have a class, and I'm interviewing John Castro, who is running for president later on this evening.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I do a lot, you know, different things. You know, I do Uber. I do Uber because I like to do Uber. I mean, I can do something else, but I decided that I like my independence and my freedom, and I get to meet a lot of people, and I can still make money and support my business. Now I do everything from my own pocket.
Okay.
Yes, so that's why I'm transferring from Georgetown. It was too expensive, man.
Yeah.
So I work hard, I pay my way, so that I can say what I can say and do what I say. Oh, you cannot be on Twitter, you can't say this, you can't talk about this, you know what I mean? Yes, like
it was like that,
huh? It was difficult for me when I was you know, when you're educated, they have Ivy League education and you work some places, they're like, oh, why? Every time you get a job, they do not review your. I was trying to work at PHMC, and you know, I'm going to tell you something. This is quite. I should have talked about this on my podcast, but I learned that the supervisor or the hiring manager does not look at your resume. If you come from an Ivy League school, yes, and I got that from good sources. When I tell you I know what I'm telling you that there are people, hiring managers, okay, who work at some of these social service agencies, who don't think that people that graduate from Ivy League colleges should apply there. They're like, oh, why they apply here? And then what they put, oh, no response, and they write on the application, no response, because by right, the fair law said that you ought to look at everybody's application. I used to be an HR manager. So.
Yeah.
But what they do is like, oh, he should be working here. No.
And
no.
What's the rationale behind it?
Well, I understand that they think that those persons are gonna. They have an Ivy League education. Why they coming to work? They should go somewhere else. You know, you have an Ivy League education as a black man. You should be working. You should be working somewhere. And then you go somewhere else and say you don't fit. You still don't fit. You just like you don't fit anywhere. But you know, I worked as an executive in New York. It was the worst time of my life. They fight me down because I'm too smart. Okay, I'm too brilliant. I'm not supposed to talk. I said, you hire an Ivy League guy who's very smart to come here, but I shouldn't talk. I shouldn't have an opinion. I should just work. And then I'm supposed to be the head of the department, the chief planner. But yet still, they just want you to work because you know the system. They just want to be able to use you, right. But you should not have an opinion. You should not have an opinion. But that's one of the main reasons why I was pushed out of this company where I was, and I decided not to. I'm not working for anybody else anymore. I'm going to work for myself. So I started my own company, the Neoliberal. It's a think tank digital company. You know, I'm working it, and hopefully we can develop it. And I write a book, and I'm working on another book, and I'm working on another book, and then another academic journal with a professor emeritus that used to teach me at Penn, Martin Oppenheimer. You might know him. He writes about Marxism a lot and the state of modern America. And but he's from Rutgers. He used to teach Rutgers a lot in his 90s now. But he's going to do the foreword of the book and helping me as a black man, as a vulnerable man. He's helping me, mentoring me, let me tell him, I give God thanks for that guy. He, a gentleman, he see this Caribbean guy come up in here trying to make a name for himself in academia, and I'm trying to be a professor here in the US. I'm trying to write books and to contribute to thought and thinking, and that's what I love. That's what I write, and I do a lot of podcasting, and I'm very involved. I know a lot of people. I'm in fraternity, Phi Beta Sigma, I think differently. I'm very strategic. I'm extremely strategic. I do Uber, and I went to an Ivy League, and I did my doctoral. Why? I'm very strategic because I don't think like other. I'm a black man I'm an immigrant who you have to be creative. I wasn't born in wealth. So yes, some of us gonna have to do Uber, but guess what? I've learned that Uber is an amazing opportunity. I write a book, then I publish my stuff, give up my cars. I meet so many people. Doing Uber is one of the best things that an academic could do who is struggling to, because a lot of academics right now, they're not making much money. But I'm telling you, that's why I like doing Uber, because I'm also sharing ideas. I'm learning about people, learning from people, sharing my websites, my feeds. I give them my business card, and I'll give you my business card as well. And then, look at my stuff and share it. And all my stuff is free, except my book. And it's an Audible and stuff. And I do a lot of different things. As I try to, and I'm trying to contribute to thought, because I think we should write our own history. We should write our histories or people will write it for you.
You don't want people writing it for you.
Right. So yes, I'm a big.
It's going to be their perspective.
Yes, that is true. You see what's going on, and by the way, you see all this violence going on. This morning I woke up news in North Carolina. 3 dead, or something like that.
And it was 11 in California the other day.
Now it's 11. First we heard it was 10, now it's 11. Yes, it was crazy. Yes, and because I think there was 10 that was injured, and they sent home 3, and there was 7 that was still in the hospital from that Monterey Park killing. And it's just then the 6-year-old boy. 6-year-old boy kill his teacher. And then a 72-year-old man kill all of, violence does not escape no one.
No.
Especially in this world. And I wrote an article yesterday in my website called What Will End Violence? What will end violence? And I say to you, and I say in the paper, I said, the colonized man, psyche or mind has been so damaged that he cannot conceive of anything better. Because when I remember I had several people in the car, and I talked to them about, can violence end? They said, no, violence will never end. That's a utopia. And I'm like, yes, Karl Marx had talked about utopia. People who talk about utopia, they see them as, they say, that's not part of human nature. Humans can't. Violence is part of us. But you know why? That thinking exists so that people can continue, so that people can be complicit in accepting the violence done to them. And people can continue the violence done to people. That's why people have that kind of thinking. You know what I mean?
People have nonchalant attitude about violence.
Yes.
Like this almost acceptable phenomenon,
Yes.
That's, I don't know.
It's crazy. But it's crazy.
Just thank God for his protection.
Yes. And that's where I ended up saying, of course we can end violence. It is by learning from what Jesus did. I love, which means we have to sacrifice now. And I said, so the answer is charity. We have to love. And then Jesus showed us how we must love, which is to sacrifice.
Yeah.
But the thing is, none of us will budge. None of us must know sacrifice is too much. Give up our pleasures, our fame, our privileges, our position. Now, people have a problem with that, it seems.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is, and I said to people, that is the hallmark of everything. I'm sorry, I'm there talking to you. I used to be a pastor, so
Oh, okay.
I'm an ordained minister. Yes. Yes, today's Wednesday, right?
Yes.
So I work Monday, and the thing is, I work Sunday all from 5 all the way till 6 or 7 in the morning on Monday. So, and then I was still up all day Monday. And then I finally went to bed at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. So I didn't do because I was working, writing a lecture. I teach a class from 6 to 9.
Okay.
And I've been working on the lecture and then cursing the students out because they just don't do I don't know what's going on with this. I just do not know what's going on with the students today.
What school do you teach?
Well, I teach Jamaica Theological Seminary.
Okay.
It's a seminary on the island of Jamaica, but I teach online.
Okay.
But it's still face-to-face, but it's via the Zoom portal.
Right.
And then we do a lot of online stuff. And I'm like, we make classes. The lectures are even available in video, on Zoom. Oh, they have some, and they complain they still can't find materials. And I'm like, this is the 21st century. Mm-hmm. And the students are complaining that they can't find material. That is not true. They can't find the material because they don't want to. They just didn't have time to read. Nobody read.
Yeah.
Nobody read at all. They're just not reading. So I'm like, ugh.
So how many students participate?
There are 25.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big class.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd time teaching this course. It's called Caribbean Thought. And it's taught by, there's only 2 other professors that ever, it's a new course that has never been taught before until 2019 was when it was introduced. And I became one of the best person to write about it because I studied that at Penn.
Yeah.
Yes. Post-colonial thought and from an interdisciplinary lens, utilizing liberal arts and liberal studies. Mm-hmm. Yes, and I really enjoyed it. It was powerful. It was Rita Bernard introduced me to the video Life and Death in a Small Place. Love that. Wow. And that was, yes. Right, it says make a
right in front.
Thank you so much. It was refreshing and indeed a pleasure.
Yes, I really enjoyed the ride.
Yes, and I'm coming around to open your door.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have it. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Neoliberal podcast. Coming up on Thursday is the interview with Brian Concanen, the Executive Director of the Institute for Democracy and Justice in Haiti. He will join us. We will have the show available probably that evening or sometime in the morning on Friday after we have edited it. It will be available via our audio stream. It will also be available in video via our YouTube channel, The Neoliberal by Renaldo. And it will be available also in terms of the transcripts later on when I have time to write the transcript. I have several transcripts to release of interviews, the one with Mr. Castro, of course, and the one on period poverty I did regarding ending period poverty with Shelley and Weeks of the Herflow Foundation. I have another interview that I did with Dr. Andre Isaacs, who is an associate professor chemistry at the College of the Holy Cross. We have to do the transcripts and release them in the Neoliberal journals. That will be available when we All of those transcripts will be available. And just so you know, Caribbean Thought, the summary of Caribbean Thought will be available this evening, probably within the hour. It's been uploaded. So usually I do a 3.5-hour lecture from 6 to 9, and then I do a couple of days later, I do a video and a audio podcast, summarizing the main arguments, the main concepts in that Caribbean Thought class. This summary, the last class was very powerful. That's available already here on the Neoliberal Round and our feeds and so on and so forth. You can visit the Neoliberal and get all of that. That's available. The 3.5 hour, but the summary was also powerful, because the summary I summarized the main arguments and I added additional comments. So, and that one is available in video. But this is the Neoliberal Podcast. Thank you so much for supporting us. We continue to grow, and we continue to make popular what was the monopoly, because that's the aim of communication, and that's what we're about as a think tank, digital media research company that is serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges. And of course, the question is, in what year did Ghana become a republic? Answer: it was not 1957. In 1957, Ghana became independent. But in 1960, they became a republic. And of course, in 1874, that was when British declared Ghana, or the Gold Coast, or the British Gold Coast, or a British colony. So that's the answer. This is the Neoliberal Round. Please subscribe for free on any platform and donate to us at anchor.fm/theneoliberal/support. Walk good.